All right, we are back talking about Pitt. A big congratulations to Pat Narduzzi and his team for winning the ACC. That was a spectacular season. Could have been better, in my opinion, but still a spectacular season. We have two topics with Kenny Pickett. Time is always of the essence. Paul Zeise, I want to talk about, and we'll start with you, on the fake spike, or slide, I mean, because I think that's something I don't like to see, because I think it'll put quarterbacks at risks moving forward, because defenders don't know what to do. They should stop because you're supposed to, and then you get caught red-handed like that. Smart play by Kenny Pickett, but I didn't like it. Did you?
Well, smart play by him, and I thought it was a great play and everything else, but I agree with you, Bob, and I think Ryan Clark said it best. If a guy pulls that, and I'm on the field as a defender, the next time he comes, guess what? I'm going to light him up, and I'm not going to respect the fact that he might be going down. You can't have it both ways if you're, these football leagues. They want to try and protect these quarterbacks, so they have very strict rules. You can't touch a guy when he goes down, and when he gives himself up like that, you've got to, if you just barely even touch him, it's going to be a penalty. So if that's the case, if a guy pulls that, you have to call the play dead, in my mind at least. I thought, again, they don't call it that way, so Kenny Pickett did a great job of selling it. But I agree with Ryan Clark. If I'm out there and he's gonna pull that, I'm knocking him out the next time.
Yeah, first of all, I give Kenny credit. You don't pull off that in week 2 or week 3. You wait until the ACC championship game if you're going to try that. And he did it. I've never seen a quarterback do it before. And the athleticism, it was impressive. But I was watching that game, and my first thought was, oh, man, there's some high school quarterback in Idaho watching this, and he's going to try that next year. And he's going to make some defensive lineman mad, and the kid's going to kill him. I mean, I didn't like it either, Bob. It's not against the rules. I'm not sure how you go about enforcing it. I really don't. That's a scary thing for defensive players. I've seen Lamar Jackson a couple of times this season. He'll fake like he's going out of bounds, and then he'll cut back. It's kind of a similar concept because quarterbacks know they're going to get the flags. I really feel bad for defensive players, and I feel even more bad for them after watching that.
Yeah, I feel bad for Ryan Clark from one standpoint, but I think Pickett just took advantage of a loophole in the rule. He found a way to make a big play, much like, before there was throwing out of bounds or the tuck rule or any of these other rules that came into play. He took advantage of a situation. I agree. A quarterback's going to get hurt. They have to figure out something else. But in that game, Pickett found a way to make a huge play, and I give credit to him for it.
All right, we have a real small amount of time here, but I'm going to go around the horn. Pitt takes on Michigan State. It's the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl on December the 30th. So, Josh, should Kenny Pickett play in this game? He says he will, but I'm questioning that only because there's so much money involved in this decision. Would you?
I'd probably play if I were Kenny, and I understand what you're saying about the financial ramifications, but this guy's become like a Pitt legend. He really has. I think that means a lot to him. He doesn't want to tarnish that. He's had the dream season, and maybe he can help his draft stock a little bit if he beats a good Michigan State team. I'd play if I were him.
If I'm advising him, I'm telling him, do not play. You're not playing. You're going to get ready for the draft. He's, talk about Pitt legend. He's already accomplished everything there is to accomplish. I mean, adding a win in a Peach Bowl against Michigan State, who cares? I mean, I hate to say it that way. He's won. He did what he came back to do, which was deliver a championship. So he doesn't know Pitt anything else. It's time for him to go get ready for the draft. That's how I would advise him. But I know he's the kind of kid who'll probably play.
Yeah, I think he's going to play too. And, college players say they had the most fun in high school and college. It's your last chance to play with your guys you've been around for a long time, get a 12th win. I think Pickett plays. I'm a team guy. I think Pickett not should play, but will play.
Yeah, I admire that, but I think it's the wrong decision. I think it's all about the money, all about the Benjamins at this point, and he's earned this opportunity. When we come back, we'll talk about the other 2 games in the national playoff. We know 1 through 4 and what they're going to be. That's next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown.